Minister Dave Umahi and Mrs. Tracy Ohiri. Why is the Nigerian police making an arrest over death? Behind inconsistencies. We are told the truth will always set us free, but it appears that in Nigeria the reverse is the case. Rather, the truth will get you arrested. Why is the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria using the police to press the neck of a woman who says he owes her millions? Dave Umahi claims he has never met Ms. Tracy Ohiri, but on the contrary, she has the receipts, the photos, and the bank details to prove he is being economical with the truth. Is this really a case of cyberbullying, or is it the exact case of power bullying? Today on Raging Hot Mic, we are breaking down the lies, the Natasha jokes, the inconsistencies that Dave Umahi doesn't want you to know. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you're watching me from. If you're enjoying my podcast, smash the like button, follow, subscribe, and drop your messages. Now, for more context, Mrs. Tracy Ohiri claims Minister Dave Umahi owes her over 250 million, including interest, for campaign materials supplied in 2015, an election I must make it known, Dave Umahi won and was sworn in as the governor that same year of Ebonyi State. That's number one. Number two, she then alleged that the debt wasn't paid because he rejected his sexual advances. She claimed she tried to contact him several times all these years, more than for over 8 years, and he ended up blocking her because she refused to consent to his sexual advances. So she had no option to her than to go to social media and publicly call him out. Now, having done that, instead of a civil case against her that the minister could have just done from his house in Abuja and instruct his lawyers to do that if she was really lying, the minister got Mrs. Tracy Ohiri arrested by the men of the Nigerian police in Lagos, then quickly transported or moved to Abuja and charged with cyberbullying and defamation. So the men of the Nigerian police picked her up in Lagos and quickly moved her to Abuja. If she defamed his character in Lagos, he could have sued her in Lagos. But the Nigerian police is now getting involved in civil matter. It's not like it's a felony. This is a misdemeanor. It's a civil case. You can't go to a criminal court for this case. You only go to a civil court. And you don't even need the police. You need your lawyers to do that. But he got her arrested. So the police is now working as his private institution or his private agency or his private company. So during that arrest in Abuja, activist Omoyele Sowore confronted Umahi at the police headquarters. Police headquarters. Do you understand? We're talking about the sacred office. A civil case is being treated at the police headquarters. Make it make sense. At the police, we have terrorism ravaging us. We have people killed on a daily basis. Over 4,000 people dead in Borno. You have people killed in Benue. Benue, that is in the center of the country, is having IDP camps. You have Plateau State. You have Katsina. We have become numb to these killings. You know, before when we hear it, everybody's paralyzed the whole day. Now we hear it and we move on with our lives like nothing happened, even in the States. This is what we are dealing with. And the police should be the one fighting them. You understand? We have kidnapping going on. Despite all we are facing, the police is busy treating a civil case at the headquarters. What kind of police force do we have? The police is busy at the headquarters, the sacred of, like, you can live your generations never going to that headquarters. What do you have to offer? That is the sacred office where all the intelligence are being stored and shared. That is where they sit down on the table with the top police officers trashing out. He said, they say, he said, they say, who said, they say. Instead of telling the minister, go to court. You can't even arrest her. In America, it's the sheriff that will pick her up if she refuses to come to court. Even if she doesn't come to court, they can render judgment in her absence and fine her. So she not coming to court means she's already guilty. And this is not a case of putting someone in prison. This is a case where they tell you to pay fine and they'll tell you to stop and desist. We have the police force getting involved. That means there's no need for the court. We should shut down the court, retire all the judges, allow the AIG, DIG, all the big shots at the police to start dealing with cases. So the police force now want to retire the judges by all means. Now it's sort of just retire those judges. So you had Omoyole Sowore confronting Umahi at the police headquarters. This was caught on camera and has already racked up millions of views. Minister Umahi, in an attempt to deflect and spin, he's trying to spin. Right? He first denied he doesn't know the lady, thinking she didn't have physical evidence. Now, I'm not here to say the lady is lying or the lady is talking the truth. I wasn't there. And I won't speculate. It's wrong for us to speculate. It's an ongoing matter. Only the both of them know. But the only problem I'm having is one is being economical with the truth, and one seems to be more truthful. Because she has evidence, pictures of she in Dave Umahi's office. In an attempt to spin and deflect, that is the APC's logo. They always want to deflect. You accuse them, they make the other person look bad, attack the messenger. You say something bad about the government, they attack your personality. They don't answer what you're saying. You have to be a terrible person in order to criticize them. They will never accept criticism. These are the people that claim they fought for democracy. You understand? They fought for democracy, but they always act like they're in the position. This is 3 years in power now. They are still blaming the past government that they supported and brought it to power. Yet they are blaming them. So Minister Dave Umahi, in order to deflect and spin, said he will be consoled if the accuser, that is Mrs. Tracy Ohiri, the accuser, was Senator Natasha, and that he's too handsome to solicit for sex from her or to ask her or make sexual advances on her. He's too handsome. This has nothing to do with what we are talking about. Can he tell that to a judge? Somebody is accusing you of rape, of sexual advancing. Somebody is or sexual assault. And you're deflecting, telling a judge, can you say that to a judge? I'm too handsome. This cannot be true. This is beer parlor talk now. This is the kind of things we say in beer parlor when we are reading newspaper at the vendor. You just carry newspaper and you'll be saying what you're saying and be arguing. He's not answering what we are saying. How was his picture with the woman? How did it come about? Now, the talking points. Umahi's team claim he doesn't know her, yet Mrs. Tracy Ohiri provided photos of her with him in his office when he was the Borno State Deputy Governor. In his office. Umahi was there. Is this AI also? When they come talk AI, they don't know they have something that checks if something is AI or not. AI can be verified. They just wake up and say AI. Like they don't have an app where you can verify if it's AI or not. They just say it's AI. Yeah, I know that's the next thing. Senator Sowore was seen rubbing a woman's legs. This is a man that preaches purity. He's the most responsible human being on earth. He has never sinned. But he was rubbing a woman's leg, carrying her in private jets. And he will tell us that food is too cheap. We are lucky to have this government in power. Now, Umahi claims he doesn't know her. Yet, she has pictures of her in his office, government office. This guy should resign. In the Western world, he will resign. First of all, you are doing it in a government office. You don't have shame. For 250 million, you will not even pay her off. But you are using the police to threaten and intimidate her. So how did the stranger have access to Umahi's office? How did the stranger have access to his bank records? How? You people should help me ask Minister Dave Umahi. This woman that is a stranger, how did she get the pictures? Or he can't remember taking pictures with him, or he didn't know the woman was taking pictures. Maybe she was taking pictures because she knew he would deny it. Number two, under the Nigerian law, the police are not debt collectors. I've checked I've not seen that. If I'm wrong, you people should correct me. Is there any place in the Nigerian constitution that the tax of the police have become to collect debt? The police have turned to be knocking on people's door. If somebody forget that people use people when they owe them to arrest them, that is wrong. That's terrible. using the state authority for financial gain or for personal gain. That's extremely wrong. That is wrong. If you have a problem with an individual, you sue them. If you don't want to sue them, don't get into business or don't get into contract with them. So why is Senator Dave Umahi or Minister Dave Umahi using state instruments, apparatus to harass the Mrs. Tracy Ohiri? Why? Why can't he doesn't know the law? He said he's a professor in practice. He's a professor of civil engineering in practice. So he's a novice in law. So he doesn't have a personal assistant or somebody who works with. He doesn't have a personal attorney. He doesn't have anyone, a minister, that will tell him what you are doing is wrong. Even the men of the Nigerian police. Disgrace. Shame on them. By Dave Umahi bringing up Natasha Akpotie, Umahi is trying so much to deflect. This is his personal business. And we want to know the details in the bank. How did she get his bank details and all those transfers? Do you understand? That is his personal business, whether he's gushing over. And how will his wife even feel for him to say if it was Natasha? I think he misspoke. I won't lie, he misspoke. He didn't think about that. You have your wife. She's been with you. She was the first lady of Ebonyi State. You would not say, if it was my wife that accused me. You're saying, if it was Miss Natasha, you'll be consoled. How will your wife feel? Think about it. But that even shows me the kind of person we are talking about. The character of the individual. That you are still talking more. That means if you had the chance, you harass Miss Natasha or Mrs. Natasha Akpotie. This is the same Natasha Akpotie that accused the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, of sexual harassment. And you are bringing her up again. Is she a target for all of you? When you bring her up, it means maybe you have a married woman. He misspoke. I won't lie. He should just never have said that. Should never have said that. But that is when you are attempting to deflect and spin. Now, lastly, Mrs. Tracy Ohiri was arrested right after her father's death, while she was grieving, which she claims her father's death was hastened because she didn't have the funds for his medical treatment. You are arresting a grieving woman to make her worse, to destroy her, to break her, to physically, mentally, psychologically break her down. That is the best time. Then move her from Lagos to Abuja quickly. Run her. Use the police and threaten her. This is the kind of society we are. I'm not judging whether she's saying the truth or she's not saying the truth. And this is where the president should speak up. I'm not saying hold the police. It's the personal business of your minister. But your minister cannot have this kind of baggage. Minister of Works cannot be having this kind of baggage. You just tell Umahi, go and clear your name. I don't want this in my administration. I don't understand the kind of men associated with the president. I don't understand the senior president accused of sexual harassment. Your minister accused of sexual harassment again. Everybody sexual harassment. We don't need this right now. I don't even need to hear. Dave Umahi, go and settle with the woman. It shows you that they are doing it because maybe they feel the president cannot do anything. Does he condone such behavior? How does he go to the international community and talk to them? Travel with the president? Go to international organizations, financial organizations, ask for loan? How? Damn, we are in for a long ride under this government. Smash the like button, subscribe, and follow. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.